Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Kimbaskrafts. My name is Kim, and if this is the first time clicking on a video and checking it out, I hope you enjoy what you hear and see. Today we are here to do a whip and chat. There's going to be multiple parts to this video, the main one being a whip and chat, but we're also going to do a quick update on this gorgeous canvas that I'm working on from the one with the diamond art. This is from the artist Josephine Wall, and it's called Alternative Reality. And I'm just going to show you what I've been able to get done, and it's not much, because that first square I did with you guys was pretty decent as far as, you know, the color blocking goes. But when I went to move on from past that first square, yeah, it just got really confetti heavy. But this is what it's looking like so far. I'm just going to fold, not bend it, but just hold it in half. So this is an 80 or 110 by 80. So it's fairly large. And this is what we're looking at so far that I have been able to complete. Okay, so you can clearly see these are trees. It's gorgeous, right? And then we just have some kind of transition going on here. So, but look at the number of colors that's happening in these squares here. I had to make them fairly small. You can see that the squares are really clicking together and lining up very beautifully. The drills are gorgeous, bright, vibrant, colorful. Yeah, I've really been enjoying this canvas and working on it. It does look like we're running into a little more color blocky kind of stuff here. So while I do my whip and chat, it might be a little easier. So that's good. I'm just going to clip it to my clipboard here. I just use these little office clips here. Just these little clips to clip it to my light pad. I mean, I don't know what I said earlier. I clip my canvas to my light pad so it's not moving around a lot. Just so you can see, this is what it's going to look like when I'm working on it, but it'll be very zoomed in. Yeah, so I've been really enjoying working on this, and let me tell you, this took me quite some time here. Let me just show you my numbers. So we're still on row 1, so I'm going to have to go down to this second row, and it's 78, 93, 148, and 97 minutes so far, just for this little, what do you want to say? Like a third of the first row, basically, is what I got done. Whew, yeah, it was rough goings there for a minute. Like I said, though, it looks like it's going to clear up a little bit here, and I'm going to get a little relief from the 1 and the 1 and the 1 on the confetti there. So I'm going to go ahead and lay out my boxes. I have my coffee here. Probably going to have to move that. Move it here. I hope everybody is having a wonderful weekend. It's Sunday. And yeah, if you are not aware, so I just labeled them, so I'm going to put them in the same order every time I go into these boxes. That way I really get to know what box has what in it. I didn't have to label them the other times that I've used these boxes, but there. So this is my floater box. I have it on top of the other ones, and I just shift it around when I need something underneath. There's like full kit up videos on how I arranged my boxes, so feel free to check those out. They're super long, just because it took me a lot of time to kit this up. There is no leftover drills. I kitted up every single drill that came with this diamond painting into the boxes, so I'll never have to go into a reserve bag to refill any of these pods. So in order to do that, I used 6 of these containers, and there's 56 pods per container. And yeah, it's been working out really well for me so far. So if you are unaware, there is a JWall event that I'm co-hosting with my good friend Debbie over at the Crafty Diamond here on YouTube. And it started April 1st. This is the first week. The first week is done and completed. And yeah, I'm going to be giving away week 1's prize. So every week we're giving away prizes. And later on in this Whip and Chat, I'll announce what week 2's prize is and the keyword. And then we'll go ahead and pull week 1's prize. So I'm just going to real quick let you know that if you're not part of the event, this is still a Whip and Chat. I'm still going to be updating you on my life and things of that nature. It's not required to be part of the event to listen to this, just like if you're not working on, you know, any other of the same canvases on any other Whip and Chat. It's just a regular Whip and Chat, but I will be throwing in these prizes. For your convenience, I will have a timeline in my description box, so you can either jump to if you don't have the time, and or pass over the event part of it. Okay. I don't want anyone to feel left out. You know, events are supposed to be bringing the community together. And so I'm not making this entire video about the event, is what I'm trying to say. But let me just go over my things here. I do have a DP Gal Creations tray that was specially made for this event. I believe there's still some left. I don't know if there's a lot of them left. So if you want to go ahead and grab one, it says JWall 2025. It's a collector item. You can go ahead and do that. I have a Leopard Leatherworks pen, and it's just like super sparkly and matches my lady's dress really well. I just have metal tips in here. I think this is a 6. I usually always use higher than a 6, but given how much confetti is in this, I chose a 6. And then a metal single placer. I have, so DP Gal Creations is one of our sponsors, as well as Leopard Leatherworks. And I'm also using Joy's Putty in my multi-placer, who is also a sponsor of the event, as well as eventually I will have release papers on this. I haven't received them yet, but they're special made release papers that have actual Josephine Wall art on them that Ashley from Crafts with Crashly organized with Josephine Wall's agent. So pretty special. You can certainly grab some of those from her. I will have links to everything that I've talked about in my description below, okay? So let's just go ahead and move this. I'm going to move this over. Again, I got to make these kind of small because it's just so busy. So I'm just going to work on this much here. Let's see how it looks like. It's starting to get a little darker, and then it gets blue. So I don't know how this transitions like as we go down. I've also thought about it, and I think I'm going to not do the girl. I'm not going to do the girl until the end. So we'll go ahead and go around her, just because she's honestly the only real focal point of this whole, everything else is just background. And if I went ahead and did her face on the next 2 rows, then I have a whole lot of painting to do that is not really the focal point. So I'm going to save her face and honestly her whole dress, the whole girl, for last. So I don't know how long it's going to take me to get to her, but yeah, that's what I'm going to do, because I like to torture myself, and I guess I like to torture you guys a little bit. All right, guys. So I just went ahead and cut my piece here. I'm going to go ahead and zoom you in. I got to move my stand, and I have to be very careful when I do it because MUGI is terrified of this stand. It has fallen on her a couple times, and anytime it moves, she like jumps up and runs out of my room. So I have to be very, very careful about moving my stand and making sure it doesn't fall on her, because I really don't want her to be too concerned about it. Hold on one second. All right, I think that's a good spot right there. So yeah, I hope everybody's having a good weekend. It's Sunday, like I said earlier. So I got all of the responses back. And again, in order to win a prize, you have to have the Google Docs form filled out, as well as a start photo posted in the Start tab. You can post your start photo and fill out the Google Docs up until May 1st, but you need to have those completed in order to win before you submit for a prize, okay? So if you're not ready this week, you know, hopefully you didn't respond last week, but if you're ready next week, then, you know, you can start responding and trying to win a prize next week. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense for everyone. And when I do draw the prize, I will take a minute off camera to just double check everything, because if the things aren't done, then I'm just going to go ahead and spin again, okay? Oh, geez. Just getting MUGI hair off of my... All right, so the first thing that is really kind of jumping out at me, there's a couple of them, and I think the thing that's jumping out at me the most is this like person. It's a person. So this is my people and creatures over here. So it's this guy. I'm just gonna put my lid over there. So I was in Florida this morning. I flew back today, and I was there from Thursday to Sunday. We got there Thursday. What time did we get there? Like Thursday dinner time. And then we got home this morning at like 10 o'clock. And so let's talk about first the fact that I missed my MUGI bear terribly. My daughter took care of her the whole time. She did a wonderful job. And she calls me and she's like, I'm her best friend now. She's like, we're best friends. So yeah, she did a lot of different things with her. She actually put in to have off on Saturday, yesterday, so that she could spend the whole day with her. She was very confused the first morning because she was just waiting for us to come home. Like, she just thought that we went to work, because we both go to work one day a week, and she knows that, you know, she sleeps with my daughter, and then we both come home in the morning. Well, we didn't come home. So she was very confused, and she wouldn't eat. So she didn't eat her breakfast the first morning. But then my daughter took her out and ran her and stuff. And so she did eat her dinner. But she just was a little off. You know, she was confused and probably a little sad. And then she realized that she was going to get taken care of while we weren't here, that she was going to get all her runs, and I forgot it's the only thing I forgot was my trash thing. And, you know, she got into a groove and a routine with my daughter, and she she never like really missed a meal again. And then my daughter took her, I scheduled her for daycare today because she had to work. And honestly, I thought we were going to get home later than we did, but I knew we were going to be too tired to really like run her and stuff. So I set her up for daycare, and I'm really glad I did, because she's been tired since, you know, I brought her home, and we've been tired. I've been putzing around in here, and I'm making like other videos and stuff. So I've been doing different things in here. And but when we first got home, I like went right to bed. I was exhausted because we had to leave. Well, our flight took off, left the airport at 6:50. So that meant we had to be at the airport at like 4 o'clock, which meant we had to get up at 3 o'clock. We did have a rental car that we, you know, on the way to the airport, they were like, oh, do you want us to fill it up with gas when you bring it back? It'll be $50. And I said, well, we're not really driving it much. I mean, will you reimburse me, you know, back what you didn't have to fill up? And she said, no, that's our courtesy, because if you forget at 4 o'clock in the morning to fill the tank, we charge you $10 a gallon when you bring it in. And I was like, no. This Asian will not forget. How about that? And so, yeah, the first thing we did was, they have Wawa over in Florida. So we went and hit a Wawa, and I filled it up. And guess how much gas we used? $8 worth. Yeah. They were going to charge me $50. I was like, do I look rich to you? Like, if you think so, thank you, but you're wrong. So, yeah, I'm so glad I didn't just say, yeah, just do it. That's crazy. $50. Bob's like, well, they don't know how much you're going to drive. Because I was like, can you believe they wanted $50? I said, I know, but they don't even reimburse you back what you don't use. Like, they're just trying to make money off you. So, anyway. Which, of course, they are, because they're a business, and that's what businesses do. Anyway, let me see. So, the flight there, not a fan. We were in row 10. I don't recommend row 10, people. I mean, the engine was like right at my ear. It was so loud. I was against the window, and I said to Bob, why is it so loud? And he thought it didn't sound any louder than usual. And I was like, oh my God, it is so loud. Like, it was so crazy loud. And I had a kid behind me, and I don't know if he was putting his legs up on my seat, because like it kept moving, and then all of a sudden his tray would drop, and it would like bang and wake me up, because I can sleep on a flight, usually pretty uncomfortably. It's still uncomfortable because it's an airplane, and like, honestly, I think the biggest problem for me is my legs. My legs are long, and like I can't scooch down, in the seat. So I have to sit like bolt straight upright. Yeah, it's annoying. Anyway, point being is the flight there, I mean, was uncomfortable because of how noisy, and having that kid behind me, he kept waking me up. And yeah, it wasn't the best flight. But the flight back was much better. We were a little further back, and it was so funny because Bob lets me have the window seat because he can't sleep anyway. So like I lay my head on the window and I go to sleep, but he can't sleep on a plane for some reason. He reads and like reads his phone. I can't read on a plane. Like that would make me sick. I wish I could read, but I don't know what's better, reading or sleeping. Because like I close my eyes and then the next thing I know, I'm being woken up like we're landing. So that's kind of nice. But I don't know. I think it'd be pretty cool to be able to read because you're like doing something like productive. On the way back, I put my book in the suitcase. Suitcase was in it's a Sarah J. Maas book, not one of the Court of Thorns and Roses. It's another huge book of hers. And Bob's like, because we didn't buy anything, but it was 10 pounds heavier on the way back. He's like, what did we get? I said, nothing. I mean, we really didn't buy anything. So I'm like, I have no idea. Like, we didn't buy any clothes. I really don't. It was so weird that it was that much heavier. I was like, the only thing that we put in there that we didn't have in there earlier was my book. I know it's not 10 pounds, obviously. But I can't figure out what the heck else. I don't know. Anyway, so it was a really nice time. We went down for Bob's mom's 90th birthday. And she had 6 children. And all of them were able to come down except for one. She just had a health issue, so she wasn't able to make it. But all of the other children were, and she had 4 boys and 2 girls. So she had all 4 boys down there and her one daughter that she lives with. And the boys, you know, when they get together, they're a little cray-cray, you know what I mean? So, I just kept telling Bob, like, go hang out with your brothers. Like, you don't get to see them very much. And, okay, so we went down on Thursday night, and the first time that we got together with everyone was for dinner on Friday. Friday night, we went to dinner, and it was at this nice restaurant. I got Parmesan crusted mahi-mahi. It was so good. I'm starting to feel hungry. And Bob got the salmon. And it was nice. Like, the main thing is their mom really, really enjoyed herself. Was really happy to have, like, all of her kids that could make it there. So it was very, very nice. It was really, really good for her. And then after dinner, Bob and I got up and we went to breakfast. And he's like, you want to go have breakfast by the beach? So we go to this beach restaurant and we end up eating inside. I'm like, this is so typical. But, you know, Bob can't wait to eat. And they asked if we wanted a table outside, and if we did we want it in the sun or out of the sun? And I said I did not want to sit in the sun because I didn't have a hat, I didn't have sunglasses, and my face, like, I get really a lot of freckles and melasma on my face. If you don't know what melasma is, it's like the large dark spots. So I really can't be out in the sun with my face. And so I did not want to sit in the sun, direct sunlight. So I said, you know, we wanted to wait for a shaded table outside. Well, I don't know. We were waiting for like 10 minutes and Bob's like, I have to eat. So he goes up there and he's like, we'll take something inside. And so they seat us inside and it's like all dark in there. I'm like, why did we even come to the beach? Like, we had to pay for parking. Like, we should have just went to the Waffle House then. Like, what was the point of this? I don't understand. So, and then for some reason they decided to sit us next to, like, we were basically sharing. You know how they make you share a table? Like, you have a booth and like you're sharing the booth with the table next to you. Like, we were sharing a table with another. I'm just like, why are we paying these prices to sit inside where there's no windows? It's not even like you could see the ocean. Like, we were in a dungeon basically eating our breakfast with another couple. I'm like, I don't even know why we did this. So anyway, then we go back and we did walk on the beach for a couple minutes, and then we go back and we find out that the pool at the hotel is being renovated. I'm like, of course, we're probably at the only hotel in all of Florida that doesn't have a pool. Great. I didn't bring any gym clothes with me because I was like, you know, every time I go away, I make it a priority to go work out, and I take away time from like the pool and stuff and like, you know, doing things together. So I was like, I'm not going to do that this time. I'm just going to enjoy myself. And of course, it's the first time that I really should have just brought gym clothes, because we sat around for hours doing nothing. So I was like, I actually thought about going and buying a pair of sneakers and some leggings, but I really can't afford to be like bougie like that. Like, oh, I'll just replace everything. Yeah, no. So, yeah, we laid around. Oh, I did diamond paint. So I was like, well, thank God I brought this. I just brought my owl stickers that I had kitted up for the 100, and I finished 2 of them. I wish I had brought a light pad, but I got by. And they each took like an hour. So then the next day, we slept in, and we went to his brother's house for pizza and cake. And, you know, they really were getting together to watch the Flyers together. Their Bob's mom is obsessed with the Flyers. It's really cute. And so it was nice that they all got to watch the Flyers play. And they won. They did win. And, you know, they had a great time. I sat outside by the pool with my sister-in-law the whole time, because I don't really understand the flyers, and I just wanted her to have time with her kids, you know. And they had a blast, and I just chilled outside. And then we had pizza, and I don't know if Bob was like worried that I was bored. I wasn't bored. I was just chilling. Like, they had a nice backyard with a pool, and I was just chilling by it. And he's like, we're gonna go. And I'm like, why? Like, hang out with your brothers. Like, go hang out with your family. You never see them, because they were inside talking, and I was chilling. And so then he did. He went back in and he talked a little more. But then, I mean, he was like, we have to leave at like 3 in the morning. Or get up at 3 in the morning and leave by 4 and get packed. And I was like, okay. So then we went back to the hotel. I was like, whatever. And then I was sitting there and I was like, I can't sleep. I don't know why I couldn't sleep. It wasn't like I had a lot of caffeine. I hardly had any coffee that day. I could not sleep. I was like tossing and turning, and finally I fell asleep. And I think I fell asleep at like 11, and then we got up at 3. So yeah, by the time I got home, I did sleep in the plane, and I honestly was like upset that we were landing, because I was like, oh, I was having such a good sleep. I wanted to sleep longer. And Bob's baby brother has a 5-year-old. He's so cute. He was dressing up in all his Marvel costumes. First he came out as Spider-Man, and then he came out as the Hulk. But I guess because of him, I had a dream that Bob and I were having a baby boy. And we were trying to think of a name. And the first name I said to him was Austin. And he said to me in my dream, no, I don't like that name. And I don't know where Austin came from, guys. I've never thought about Austin as like I would want to name my son that. I mean, I like it, but I don't know where it came from. It's so weird. And then I suggested another name, and he said no. And I can't remember what that name was. I can't remember it, and then I was like, okay, what about Samuel? And he's like, I like Sam. And so we decided to name him Samuel Alexander. And I chose Alexander because that's my son's middle name. And I really like Alexander. I don't know why I didn't want to use it as the first name in my dream, but there you go. And so I woke up and I told him the story, and he was like, I do like Samuel. But no, guys, I'm not feeling like, you know, like, oh, I'm like perimenopause. And we were talking, the girls, we were all talking about that, my sister-in-laws. And no, I'm not feeling like, oh, this is my last chance before I'll never be able to, I do not want a baby. I don't know why I had that dream. I think I just had that dream because I was around a little boy. But his brother has this beautiful white German Shepherd, gorgeous, huge white German Shepherd, 120 pounds. His name is Winston. And of course, like, I was playing with him, and like, he's friendly. So I was like, I missed hugging MUGI, so I hugged him a couple times. And then when I got home and I hugged Mugi, I'm like, oh my God, she's so small. Because he's like 120 pounds, and I think Mugi's only like 85 maybe. So he's like 45 pounds, maybe 50 pounds heavier than her. It's like a whole another dog. But anyway, I wanted to tell you. Oh, and guess what? I'm like so paranoid about bloat. Like, I think my neighbors think I'm a little like obsessive about it, but I'm, you know, ever since I watched these videos on it and stuff, I'm like super paranoid about it. And they tell me that he had it. I don't know how long ago, but his dog had bloat. He was being boarded, and they called him. And this is the second time that I know someone whose dog had bloat, and both times the dog was being boarded. So I don't know if these people aren't waiting long enough. I don't know, but they called him and they said his stomach's super distended. We did an x-ray. He has bloat, and that it would be $11,000. And his brother was like, do it. And I was like, you did the right thing. But I said to Bob, like, I calculated how much. He's 8 years old. The dog's 8 years old. So I did Mugi's insurance premium times 12 times 8 years. And it was less than $11,000. So I will never get rid of her insurance. Yeah. Because you get something like that happen, and you have to come up with the money all in one lump sum. But I am going to get rid of her wellness part of it. The wellness part of it is, you know, it's good for their first year because it pays you back for some vaccinations and stuff. But like her, now that she's going to be 2 and not really have those vaccinations again. I mean, they're not all due this year, you know. It's really not worth keeping. And you got money back for the spay, like, so but they won't let you cancel it until you've had it for a year. So I have to wait until I've had the premium for a year and then cancel it. So I'll save money there. Oh, so when I went to pick her up, okay, so my daughter dropped her off at daycare, and I got home, I took a nap, I got up, I ate breakfast, and then I went to the gym, and I worked out a little bit because I hadn't worked out, you know, pretty much all week because I don't know. Anyway, so I feel kind of down in the dumps today, guys. That's why I sound like this. I don't know why. I just do. I've been feeling down in the dumps. But anyway, I went to go pick up MUGI, and she, after the gym, and so this is the first time she's seen me since I left on Thursday, and she's walking, and she's like, you know, she looks like she's smiling because she's always so happy when she's at daycare. And she sees me and she just like closes her mouth like, and she's looking at me almost like, who are you? And the guy's walking with her and he's like, come on, you know her. And I'm thinking, maybe she doesn't anymore. And she did not act happy to see me. She did not cry. She just like walked up to me, and I was hugging on her, and she just stood there like, whatever. She was pretty mad at me, I think. I mean, and then she got home, and Bob was like, how was she when you picked her up? And I was like, she looked at me like, who are you? And she walked up to him, and she just, you know, she didn't cry or anything. She just walked up to him, and he petted her, and then she went and laid down. And I was like, yeah. He's like, she's definitely not a normal dog, not happy to see her owners. Not. I'm like, yeah, she did not act like super happy to see me at all. And my daughter texted me. She's like, how was MUGI when you picked her up? I was like, totally indifferent. Like, and I mean, oh my God, if that was Soju would have been losing her mind. Like, she would have acted like I came back from the dead. Like, it's just so different. Like, and I used to say all the time that I didn't want a big dog because they're too aloof. Like, they don't really seem to care about their owners. And like, and what I meant by that was, compared to like a small Velcro dog, you know, they walk in a room and they just go and they lay in the corner, and they don't have to say, like a Velcro dog has to constantly say hi to you, has to be like touching you. And like, I just felt like most big dogs that I've been around, they're not like that at all. Like her, she's not really like that at all. They're just like, oh, hey, yeah, there's my human. What's up, dog? I'm gonna lay over here because it's cooler, you know what I mean? And I think I'll be more comfortable. Yeah, if you want to go on a walk or something, just let me know. But yeah, so I told my daughter, I was like, she was just like, what are you doing here? And she said, my daughter writes back, oh my God, she is so mad at you. She's been lovey-dovey since. And then when she came home and she laid down, because, you know, after daycare, she's exhausted. I actually laid on the ground with her and put my arm around her, and we fell asleep, and she let me. She like laid with me like that until I woke up and I couldn't feel my arm. So I got up, and then she went and jumped on the couch and went to sleep. Then I came in here and she followed me in here. But yeah, she was just like, who are you? And I don't know if I should go home with you. Like, that's how she was looking at me. The guy at daycare is like, you know who this is? I'm thinking, I hope she knows who I am. Because she don't look like she knows who I am right now. Let's see here. What am I going to do next? Maybe I'll do this Superman 8. Yeah, so, I mean, it was really nice seeing his family, because we don't get to see his family much, you know. And he does so much for my family. Like, I just really wanted him to enjoy himself. And I was hoping to get a little bit of a tan. Like, obviously not on my face, but it was a beautiful day down there. It was gorgeous on the day that we went to his brother's, and he has a pool. The pool water was, the only problem is the pool water felt like it would have been fine. It was 78, but apparently Floridians don't go into the pool unless it's 86, which sounds really hot to me. But, you know, I don't own a pool, so I don't really know. I put my leg in it and it felt fine to me, but it was windy. That was the only thing. Like, I was like, it's going to be cold when you get out. Like, when the wind blows on you, it will be cold. It would be cold. So I just decided, you know, I don't feel like getting wet and being wet and cold. So I just didn't go in. But it was a gorgeous, gorgeous day. And my daughter's calling me, telling me that it's like, it was so cold here. When we got home, our house was freezing. It was so cold here, and that it was raining. Like, I felt bad for her. She had to walk her and, like, play with her in the rain. She's like, what do you do when it rains? I'm like, well, normally Bob takes her out because, like, I'll walk her, but I don't take her out to, like, play. I take her out in the snow and when it's snowing. But I don't really have, like, a raincoat. And you can't walk her and have an umbrella because she will just, if she sees something, just pull you and tear your arm off. You need to hold the leash with 2 hands. I need to get a raincoat. Because it is a problem when it rains. I don't know what to do with her. Yeah, I was like, I think I lost weight on this vacation. And he's like, really? And I was like, well, we really only ate twice a day here. Like, the first day when we landed, we were both starving because he's afraid to eat before getting on a plane in case his stomach acts up. So he didn't eat. So he was really hungry. And I couldn't even finish my oatmeal before the Uber showed up, which it was $100 to go there and $100 to get home with an Uber to the airport. So that was awesome. And anyway, I had like pretzels and some stuff at the airport, and then and a protein bar, I think. And then when we got there, we ate dinner, and then we pretty much just went to bed. And then we went and ate that breakfast by the beach inside. And then we went out to dinner. We didn't have lunch. And then we went home and went to bed. And then we went back to the hotel and went to bed. And then we went to breakfast in the hotel. And we ate breakfast in the hotel. And then we got ready and went to his brother's. And they had snacks and stuff until dinner time. And then we had dinner. Which was pizza. And then we went back and we went to bed. So we only ate twice a day. And when I'm here, I eat like 5 times a day. So I was like, I'm pretty sure I lost some weight on this vacation. And I don't know why I was feeling so down in the dumps. I think it's my hormones. But like, I just wasn't even hungry and just, I don't know. I decided I'm going to go back to school. And I have to get my bachelor's degree, so I'm going to do that and then decide what I want to do after that. But I think I'm going to go to nurse practitioner school. And I had always said I don't want to do that because, like, I make decent money as a bedside nurse. And I'm like, it would have to be like a huge pay increase for me to do that. Well, some nurse practitioner positions are. And so I I'm really thinking about mental health because my one girlfriend always tells me, you give the best advice. And she's like, I think your calling was to be a therapist. And I honestly used to always think that maybe I should have been a therapist. So I'm thinking about mental health. And there's such a need for it, like, especially like night hours and stuff. Because people work during the day. And I don't mind working nights. And, you know, they do a lot of telehealth now, so I don't know, I'm thinking about it. And then I think it could be very fulfilling. And I also think women's health would be fulfilling. I thought about that too. But I do want to like advance and move away from bedside in one capacity or the other. I think I said before, someone had told me that there was a manager, a supervisor position, like nurse supervisor position available. She is a nurse supervisor, and she came and told me. And I was kind of touched that she even thought that I was appropriate for the job. Like, I don't know, I appreciated that. And then it got me thinking, because she was one of our nurses and she went and took a supervisor role. I'm like, I probably should. Like, I've been a nurse for so long. Like, I should try to do something advanced, you know. And I can get my, I still need to get my bachelor's degree. And I can get my bachelor's degree for free because my hospital system is affiliated with a university. And someone told me that as soon as you check off that you're a nurse there, you don't even see a bill. So once they told me that, I was like, oh, so then I've been thinking about it. And yeah, I really do just think it's time to, because I always say I don't know what I want to do when I grow up. I think it's time to grow up. I think we're getting there. I don't think I'm going to finish this, guys. I'm probably going to have to time-lapse you. I'm getting hungry. It's so weird. Like, I did have my telehealth visit with my primary. And she's going to check my vitamin B. And I asked her about vitamin D, and she just told me to take a vitamin D supplement. Like, that it wasn't necessary to check it. So I was like, okay. I got to look it up. Like, is there a problem with, like, too much vitamin D? I don't know. I've never seen, like, anyone have on their chart, like, too much vitamin D. Excessive vitamin D levels. So I'm assuming, like magnesium, if you have too much magnesium in your system, it makes you, like, you know how you have to drink mag citrate for your colonoscopies? Well, that's because if you have too much magnesium in your system, it just gives you diarrhea. It supposedly doesn't harm you. Like, if you have too much potassium or too much calcium or too much sodium, like, there's very harmful things that can happen. Too much calcium or potassium, you could have a heart attack. Too much sodium, you could have brain swelling, and you could seize. You know, it really affects your brain. But I've never heard of any issues with too much vitamin D. And then I found out my migraine doctor, who gives me my injections, is leaving. So now I have to reach out to my primary care doctor and just make sure that they can order me my migraine medicine. Like, I feel like she should be able to order my migraine medicine, since I had a neurologist ordering it for me, and just keep me on it, you know. The injections helped. Maybe I'll need to take more Nurtec now that I'm not going to get the injections. But honestly, it was $40 every time I went, and they hadn't been charging me. So all of a sudden, I get this $240 bill in the mail. So I'm kind of glad that I don't have to go anymore, because, like, I don't want to pay that. This would be $40 a month, because I was getting them once a month. I was surprised. I mean, not that she would share with me, but she seemed happy. She had a huge clientele, I mean, a huge patient base. Her specialty is definitely needed because people have some serious head issues, like headaches and stuff. All right, guys, I'm going to finish this in a time lapse. Enjoy the music. I'm so beautiful without you. Now my skin glows and it shines like glue. I'm pretty without you. Pretty without you. Pretty without you. Pretty without you. I get my beauty sleep without you. No more nicotine turning my hands blue. I'm pretty without you. Pretty without you. Pretty without you. Feeling lonely was hard, but it was all for the better. Taking care of myself, haven't done that in forever. No mascara under my eyes since you left with your life. No makeup on my sleeve, now I can't keep it together. I'm so beautiful without you. Now my nails can grow and I bought new shoes. I'm pretty without you. Pretty without you. Pretty without you. Pretty without you. Feeling lonely was hard, but it was all for the better. Taking care of myself, haven't done that in forever. No mascara under my eyes since you left with your life. No makeup on my sleeve, now I can't keep it together. I loved and I lost what's left of my heart. I'm saving for the future. And in the meantime, I'm all for me time. Feeling good and looking cuter. I'm so beautiful without you. Now my skin glows and it shines like glue. I'm pretty without you. Pretty without you. Pretty without you. Pretty without you. All right, guys, I just finished that square. And here it is. I'm gonna kind of center this again. That's what we just did. And so it's still just like a bunch of colors. So we have the trees going into a bunch of colors, and I'm not really sure where we're going with this. So, okay, now for the first week, week one, we're gonna talk about our prizes here. Week one, I told you to write the word organized in the comments. And that was for a Black Dahlia Diamond Art on Etsy, $10 gift card. Carissa's Crafty Corner, $10 gift card. And a $15 gift card to DP with Sparklers. Plus a 4-pack of Joy's Putty. And the word was organized. Go ahead, Monkey Bear. You gonna go? Go ahead. So, I just have to set this up. me just find, let me see. YouTube comment picker. All right, so I'm gonna put the YouTube video there. Okay. No comment replies. I'm going to filter the duplicate users, and here's my word, organize. Oops. Organize. Oh my goodness, why is it doing that? There we go. All right, so no, do not add comment replies. Filter duplicate users, filter comments by words or hashtags. There's my YouTube. All right, I guess I do all this. Okay, so 8, 9, 10, 11. Get you. Only 38. Okay. Why is this? Keep freezing. Okay. Start. Okay. ILTB 5974. I learned how to get organized with my mega color projects through watching you. Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations. ILTB 5974. You are the winner. Let me just check all the things and I will be right back. All right, guys, I found it. Yes, Sandy JR, you are the winner. Thank you, Sandy. And thank you for all your comments. I see you comment on my videos all the time. I appreciate you. Yeah, so you won those 4 prizes, and I will be sure to get your email and everything out to the appropriate people. Please just reach out to me. If you could email me at kimbaskrafts@gmail.com. Make sure it's Kimbas with an S, crafts with a K. kimbaskrafts@gmail.com. All right, congratulations. Now I'm just going to tell you what I'm going to be giving away. Okay, so this week's prizes, it's another big one, guys. We have Creations by Morin, $10 gift card. Wendy K Designs on Etsy, a $10 gift card. DP Diamond Painting Shop, a $25 gift card. Diamond Painting Deutschland, 15 euros. And Craft with Crashly's, $20 gift card, guys. So yeah, it's a big package this week. Every week is huge. Every week is huge. So get those Google Doc forms in. Get your start photos posted so you can try to win some of these prizes. So it's going to be one winner for all 5 of those gift cards. So the keyword is going to be MUGI. MUGI. That's my dog. That's my Moogie Bear. You don't have to put Moogie Bear. Just put Moogie. MUGI. Tell me what's your favorite thing I've told you about my dog Moogie. Since she was so mad at me. I'm going to try to make it up to her in this video. Yeah, I'm just looking at this So cool. I'm wondering if this is going to be like because it's kind of like a reflection slash, I don't know what's happening, but this is definitely a building back here. The trees, I just love the trees. The trees came out so beautiful. And this is definitely a building over here. Very excited about this though. And yeah, that square didn't take as long. I forgot my timer, so I got to look and see how long it actually took me to diamond paint it. But yeah, so again, congratulations, Sandy. Guys, MUGI, M-U-G-I. That's how you spell her name. MUGI is the key word for this week's week 2's prizes. You have until I'm gonna be posting another video, I guess, on Tuesday. Tuesday seems like the day because it gives me through my weekend, and then you know, Monday is kind of a wash day for me, and then I can get the video up on Tuesday. So you have until I pick the winner. I probably will record the whip and chat on Sunday. So try to get your responses in by Saturday, this Saturday. Okay, guys? So good luck to everyone. Thank you for everyone who is participating or just watching and seeing how this is coming together and listening to the whip and chats. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you so much for your support. You guys have, if you like this video, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up on the way out. If you want to see more from me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join the family and friends here at Kimbaskrafts. I would love to have you. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. Take care. Keep diamond painting.